Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So on Saturday in my digital plan with me, I asked for the single subject folders that were just released last week if you all wanted to see a just straight up tutorial about that, or if you wanted to see me actually put the folders into action and set up my reading sections in my hub, and you all really wanted to just see them in action setting up the reading sections, so I thought I would sit down and do that today with you all. So before we get started, just a couple little disclaimers. There is a little yippy dog that has not stopped barking. I literally waited here for probably 15 minutes to see if the dog would stop, and he's still yipping away. So there's that, and then also we have either allergies or head cold, something like that, going around in our house. So I've got two cranky kids and I have the sniffles. So but literally it is Tuesday at almost 4:00 p.m. so this is like my only time to film, so I apologize for any background noise, sniffles, all that kind of stuff, but I definitely wanted to get this video up for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. So I am going to go ahead and navigate on over to my actual hub, and we'll go to my little home button here so I can come to this section here. Now my dividers are located right here, and I had a reading section set up already. I haven't put anything behind the divider obviously, but I am actually going to import the book review add-on and also the single subject folder for other inserts that I want to have in my hub. So I am going to start just by renaming this real quick. I think I'm going to put my book reviews here. I don't know if anyone else has gotten the new update, but I am not at all liking the way that this is set up, where you have to like tap a million times to get to your keyboard. I'm gonna have to look and see if there's a way to get that changed, but I did the whole like iOS update and I do not like it. Okay, so then I'm gonna come in here with my lasso, and I am going to copy that and bring it over here, and then I'll just center that as best I can, and I'm going to label this reading folder. So that's how I'm going to set up my reading sections. I just realized my window was actually open just like a tiny bit, so hopefully that'll block out the dog barking a little bit better. But okay, so first things first, let's go ahead and navigate on over to the book reviews divider, and I'm gonna go ahead and label this. Now I might go and get kit 12, which is our reading kit, and do some decoration here, but for now I'm just gonna label it, and I'm gonna use Beyond the Mountains. I'm trying to not sneeze. Oh man. So yeah, definitely sneezing and all sorts of things over here. It's kind of crazy, but what can you do? It's just, that's what happens sometimes. I feel like it's been raining a lot here lately too. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and grab kit 12 real quick. Let me go to my sticker kits. It's been raining and a little windy, and I feel like that's definitely like putting pollen and stuff like that in the air, so I'm just kind of thinking I want to use maybe one of these like little wavy ones to label it, like maybe this one here. So let me turn images back on, and we'll copy, and then I'll come over here and we'll paste that down, and then I'm going to move this text. It's still doing that whole splice thing, but when you zoom in it goes away. I don't know what the deal is with that, but last I heard GoodNotes is working on it. It's just a little bug that's happening right now. So I'm going to copy a little white block and cover that up, and then I'm going to make this kind of big there and try to center that as best I can. Oh, and I need to, so GoodNotes works in layers, so I need to cut this to paste it on top of that white square. because I laid down the white square after this label. And this video is going to be a hot mess to edit, because between sneezing and sniffles and stuff, it's a little crazy. So zoom in, that goes away. Again, I don't know what the deal is with that, but hopefully it'll be fixed soon. Okay, so book reviews, and then what I'm gonna do, so I kind of want, let's see, I don't know if I want to decorate now. I'm not going to decorate right now because I just feel like I don't have time to do all that on camera, although I'm itching to, but I want this to be kind of straight and to the point. You guys don't need to necessarily see me decorating. Maybe I'll show like the final decorated page in our Facebook group or in a future video. Maybe my next like monthly plan with me, I'll show you guys real quick. But let's go to import. And then I'm going to find my book review add-on. I'm going to do light mode landscape. And I'm going to tap open, and then it's going to input that directly behind that divider. So there it goes. And now my book reviews are right behind my book reviews divider, and what I can do is I can put the cover of the book I'm reading. I haven't actually started reading Legendborn. I made this into like a black and white for a planner spread, but I haven't started reading it yet. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm honestly so indecisive about what I want to read next. I never finished. I started reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, something like that. I did get into it, but I like stopped reading it for so long that I feel like I have to start it over. So anyways, I definitely need to be better about that. But when I tap on the little book cover, it's going to take me to a book review page where I can review the book, and that way I can kind of keep all of that in one little spot. So now I'm going to go back home, and we will put in my single subject right here. And let's see, so do I want to, let's do this. Oh, here's another little trick. If I swipe over, because I put them in back-to-back dividers, so there's section 4, there's my reviews. So I can go back here and I can actually grab this real quick. Maybe I'll use like the same little label. So I'm going to copy all of that, and then I am going to go to the last page here, swipe over, and paste that in. And then we'll just cover that up, and I am going to change this to reading folder. Now, the single subject folders were made to go behind your divider in your hub. That's kind of what I was thinking when I did create them. However, your planner is your planner. I always do that. Your planner is your planner, and so whatever is going to work best for you, whatever you want to do. If you want to put a folder in a monthly section, you can totally do that. If you want to use it as a standalone and not even put it in your hub anywhere, and just kind of have it, you know, in your GoodNotes or your PDF reading app just as a standalone type of deal, you can do that too. But I essentially created them to go behind the dividers, but there's no rules here. It's just you make it work for whatever works best for you. So, but for me personally, I'm going to use them behind my dividers. I've seen quite a few people posting already using them, which is great in the Facebook group for inspiration. So a lot of people are using them to organize inserts or even just store their inserts, all sorts of things. So it's really cool. I think it was Kimberly put together one for like traveling and stuff too. So there's just all sorts of things you can do. Okay, so reading folder is now there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my single subject folder, and I'm going to do the rose one. So let's see, single subject, so there it is right there. So I'm going to open that, and it's going to insert that folder right behind that divider. So there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to label this using that same font. I'm going to label it reading. I'm just going to label it reading, why not? I'm going to make that white, and then I'll just center it on here. there it goes. So let's move that. Gosh, the splicing, man. Oh, okay, so yeah, reading. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do is I am going to pull up the file of landscape light mode reading inserts. They come in both modes, light mode and dark mode, and then portrait and landscape. I'm gonna do the landscape light mode since that's the folder that I chose. And I'm gonna start just throwing inserts in, whatever I think is going to, you know, work best for me. So there's 30 minutes for 30 days challenge. I could do that. I probably won't stick to that though, honestly. 52 books in 52 weeks, 100 books, the alphabet challenge. I feel like that would be kind of fun. I think what I'm gonna do first is put this annual reading stats in. So I'm gonna take my text tool and I'm gonna use Hug Me Tight, and we'll do, here we go with this like keyboard situation. There's gotta be a way to change that in your settings and I just need to like figure it out. But okay, so I'm gonna do annual stats, and I am going to make that much smaller. So make that smaller. I'm also going to center it, and then I think I'm gonna make that even smaller actually. Like right around there. I don't know why the text box is so gigantic. Let's change that. Whoops. Change the text box here. And then I'm going to change that to black. And the nice thing is that once you have the text the way you want it, you can just copy and paste now. So I'm gonna put annual stats right there. So I'm gonna tap on that and then drag over my annual reading stats and kind of fill that up however I would like. I like to kind of center it a little bit on the page. There's a jet. We live really close to like an Air Force base, so okay, so that is now in there. I really like that, and that'll be fun to just kind of keep track of like how many books I read, how many were physical, how many pages I read, my favorite book, all that kind of stuff. I feel like that's really fun. So now I can put in more. So let's see, Battle of the Books. That is definitely one I want to do. So let me just copy this text over and we will put that right here. You always want to paste where there's not a link because it like will pick up the link otherwise. And then I'm going to change that to Battle of the Books. And I might need to make that just a little bit smaller, which is fine. Battle of the Books. That's a really fun one. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to that page, page 2, and we will drag and drop that over. And the way that I'm gonna do it is I think I'm gonna just do like whatever my favorite book was for that month. I will put the cover up in this top row right here, and then I'll pick like from those 3, which one was my favorite, from these 3, which one was my favorite, and so on and so forth, and then that'll get me to my favorite book of the year. And it'll be nice to have that kind of back to back with the annual tracker, because I just swipe over and I can put my favorite book right there, so that'll be good. And I have to blow my nose again. Okay, all right. Sorry guys, I feel so bad that like whenever I'm sitting down to film and it's just such a hot mess, but I could have definitely delayed this video, but I really wanted to get it up for you guys, so I hope you don't mind like all of that. But now I'm kind of wanting to make this one a little bit smaller here, so I'm gonna resize that a little, get it a little bit closer to that size, because I actually like it a little bit smaller anyways. Okay, so annual stats, Battle of the Books. Let's see what else we want to do. I am not part of a book club, although I would love to be. I did look in our city to see if there were any like active book clubs around. There's not, but I think there's a couple gals in our Bible study group who we were talking about like forming a book club, and then one of my neighbors as well, we were talking about it. So we might get something going, but we'll see. So book club, book of the month. I think I'll just use the Battle of the Books for that. Book recommendations, I feel like that's a good one to have because I get recommendations for books all of the time. So that'll be a good way to just kind of keep track of who recommended it and all that kind of stuff, because I definitely have a hard time remembering. Okay, book recommendations. And I think I'm gonna have to resize that again. Ooh, I didn't mean to delete it. Resize. The nitpicky stuff I'll do off camera because now I'm gonna want to resize the other ones. But I will do that off camera because I feel like that's not like necessarily something fun to watch, you know? Okay, so book recommendations, book releases. I don't really track that, to be honest with you. Book review, I am going to do the add-on for that. Book series tracker. I'm not really planning on reading any series. I know Andrew's really wanting me to do the Brandon Sanderson Stormlight Archives, but it is a commitment, let me tell you. Those are huge books. I still need to read Warbreaker. I've started it so many times, and again, I will start books and then I just don't read for so long, and then I feel like I have to start them over. I just need to make it like a daily habit, even if I'm just reading for like 15 minutes to half an hour or something like that. I'm a pretty quick reader, so I feel like I can make pretty fast progress doing that. I just need to, yeah, probably not play Animal Crossing as much at night and like read books instead. I feel like that would be better. But anyways, okay, so I don't know that I'll do a book series tracker right now. I don't track my book spending because I canceled my book of the month subscription. I canceled my Once Upon a Book Club subscription. I have so many books already that I need to read, so I will not be picking up any new books anytime soon. So there's that. Bookshelves, I don't need to do those. I don't really follow, well, I do follow a couple booktubers that might be fun to like, well, I mean, I'm subscribed to them, so I feel like their stuff pops up. Borrowed books would be a good one. So let's do that. I'm gonna copy that over and do borrowed books. Now, I am not going to use all 50 sections of this folder. And I will show you, I showed in the launch video how you can like cover it up really easily, but I'll show in this video as well, just so you guys can kind of see. It's really easy. So borrowed books, let's go over here. Did I put in the book recommendations? No, I did not. No, I did not. Let's do that real quick because otherwise I'll forget. So book recommendations, just a simple table where you have the title, the author, the genre, and who recommended it, so I can kind of keep track of things that way. And then I'm gonna do the, oh, and I wanted to do bookish bingo. Okay, ooh, how did I miss these? Book wish list. I don't need a wish list right now. But anyways, we'll come back to that. So borrowed books, and I'll do book bingo here in a second. Maybe I'll do all my challenges on a different row. So borrowed books, title, author, who it was borrowed from, borrowed on, returned by. That'll be a good one to do. These inserts, by the way, are PNG images, so it's really nice. You can actually crop out. I'm gonna have a whole tutorial about inserts, but just real quick. If you use your photo tool, you can crop any of these inserts. So say I like only want, you can do rectangle or you can do freehand. So say I wanna do like, I don't know, just those two or something. You can do freehand and say I want to like keep the title in there. I can kind of draw right here. I might have messed that up, but whatever. And then done. Oh no, that looks good. And then what I could do next is I could crop out, maybe I'll do the rectangle and I'll just pull back in the title. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you can like take little snippets of whatever inserts you want and like piece them together, Frankenplan them, that kind of thing. So just wanted to mention that real quick. Okay, so we have borrowed books. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to, you can either do the back button right here or click on section if you wanna get back to this main page. But I'm gonna put Bookish Bingo right here because I think I'm gonna do like a whole row of challenges. And again, you wanna do where there's not a link when you're using GoodNotes. But I'm gonna do Bookish Bingo. Because I think that is just so fun. I know there's a couple challenges I definitely want to do. So Bookish Bingo. Let's see if there's something we can find for this 5th spot here. And I'm not going to put the insert in yet, just in case there's other inserts I want to put before that, but I wanted to put that there just to kind of remind myself that I want to add that in here. So for this 5th section, I don't really have a favorite author. I could do favorite quotes. That might be fun. Well, I'm going to be keeping track of quotes in the book reviews, so maybe I won't do that. Never again authors. Well, actually, do I want to just put all my favorite quotes on one page? Yes, I do. And here's a little trick too. So say I have the insert comes with 6 spaces for quotes. Say I have more than that, you can easily duplicate the page and have it share that link on page 5. In fact, I'll show you that. So I am gonna do my favorite quotes for right here. Favorite quotes. And then I'm gonna turn my pen tool off, activate the link, and we will come over here, and this is what I mean. So I did this all the time when I was budgeting in my planner too. But okay, so I've got favorite quotes, and I'll center that. And then what you can do is go up to your thumbnails here, and it'll highlight the page you're on. And if you duplicate that page, so duplicate, now when I go to page 5 in my folder, back to back, you'll see 5 is circled right there and 5 is circled right there too. So they are sharing that link, which is really nice. So now I have 12 spots for quotes. So maybe for my book of the month, I could do like 1 quote per book or something like that. Or you could do like a whole bunch of quotes from one book. You could do quotes from like your favorite author. There's all sorts of things you can do with this insert. So favorite quotes, and I am going to move the Bookish Bingo down one because I have a feeling I probably am gonna have more right here. So the monthly review, I'm gonna put in my monthly blank like index pages in my 1 month planner. So I'm not gonna put that in this folder. Never again authors, that was one that I wanted to do. So we will do never again authors. I mean, I hope that I don't come across that, but in case I do, it'll be nice to have a spot where, you know, I can kind of keep track of that. Like in case I pick up a book in the future, I'm like, oh, this name stands out for some reason, I can check that list, you know? So let's go ahead and go over to Never Again Authors, and we will pull that insert in. And GoodNotes has been doing this lately too, where it like jumps around randomly. But okay, so I actually really love GoodNotes. I know I've been like complaining here. I think it's partially just because I'm sick or like just not feeling well. But I do love GoodNotes, but they've got some kinks. They got some kinks to work out, you know, and hopefully they'll do that soon rather than adding more new features that like don't seem to be much needed in the community. But anyways, rate it. Okay, so Never Again authors. Words, I don't think I'll do that one. One book per month. Ooh, the Rainbow Book Challenge I want to do with Bookish Bingo as like another challenge. So we'll pull that over and I'll just do Rainbow Challenge. It's when you get the covers of the book for multiple colors, not just the colors of the rainbow, but I feel like that's going to be a really fun one. Oop, I am not spelling that correctly. Challenge. Okay. I swear I can type. Alright, so Rainbow Challenge we'll do. Reading in pixels. I don't keep up with that. I wish I could. I don't keep up with it, so I'm not going to put that in. Reading log, I don't really need that. To be read list, I feel like that's a good one. So I want to make sure that I'm putting things in, and this is just a general tip too, but make sure whatever you're setting up that you can really keep up with it. You know, a lot of what I've put in here I don't necessarily need to check every single day, but they're things that I want to just track here and there. So I may put a reminder to myself like once per week, check in with the reading folder, see if there's anything in there that needs to be filled in, that sort of thing. So what did I say what I was going to put here? What did I say I was gonna put here? I know I'm gonna do reading notes. Oh, to be read. To be read list. And then real quick, I think I'm gonna put Bookish Bingo up here. So see, I'm only gonna use 10 sections. And I'm gonna do Rainbow section here, and then Rainbow Challenge section. Whatever, I can talk, I swear. And then I'm gonna do just some notes, because in case there's like, you know, a certain book I'm reading where sometimes I'll read like business books, or I'll read, I don't know, just nonfiction, something or other, then I will have a spot to kind of keep track of all my notes. So reading notes. And now we can go in and put these in. I'm gonna try to center that just a little bit better. Okay, so to be read list. Let's go to that. So we're gonna pull that over. Oh, ooh, or do I want to do this really cute one? Hang on. Books to read. Where did you go? Where did you go? Here it is. This one's super cute. I know. I need to charge my iPad. I love this one so much. So the way that this one will work is I can put in the title of each book, and then I can color it in like once I read it. I think it's gonna be a really fun one to do. So we'll do that for the to be read list. And then Bookish Bingo, I'm going to pull that over. And this is another just really fun one with like a whole bunch of different like prompts and stuff like that. So there's, you know, a book with a purple cover, a historical fiction, a book with more than 500 pages, a book that's been turned into a movie, all sorts of different ones. So that'll be fun. And then I'm doing the Rainbow Challenge right after that. So let's find that one. You can see how this one works. So it's the book cover. So if I get, you know, if I cross off a book with a purple cover on my Bookish Bingo, then I can go and put that same, you know, that same cover over here on Violet. So there's the Rainbow Challenge, and then we have reading notes right here. And this is just a very basic page that I can duplicate as much as I need to. I can write in the date, and then in this flag up here I can write what book it is and just kind of take notes that way. So I think that'll be really nice. So I think those are all the sections that I want to set up today for my folder. So that is just gonna be super fun to track. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go back, and by the way, there's a couple ways to do your links and stuff. You can turn your pen tool off and then go. You can long press when you have your lasso on a link, and it'll pop up open link. So that's another way to do it, just FYI. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cover up. I'm gonna take a screenshot of the color, okay, and then I'm gonna copy it, and then I'm going to paste it, and I'm just gonna make it big enough to cover all the rest of this, and then I can just put some decoration, and then if I end up needing more sections, then wha-bam, I can just, you know, adjust that solid shape, and it'll reveal some more linked sections for me to use. So like I said, I'll probably just put some decoration down here, maybe put some covers of like my favorite books or something like that. But yeah, that is my reading folder. So just to recap, now we have in our hub our book reviews. So if I tap on that, I can go here. I'll decorate all this nice and pretty here soon. And then I've got all my books read. There's 12 different sections, 24 books per section. So there's plenty of space, trust me, for me to put whatever I'm reading in here, which is good. You can do this per month too. So like 1 could be January, 2 could be February, and so on and so forth. So that's another way to do it as well. But I'm really excited to do these little book reviews. I just think they're so cute, so fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, so then let's go ahead and go to the next divider. I'm gonna go to my home section and go to my reading folder. And then when I scroll over, here's my folder, and I've got all my inserts in here. And I just love how cute this looks with the actual folder look. I just think that's really, really fun. And as I mentioned, you can put these folders if you wanted to turn your, like say I wanted to turn, and actually while I'm here, say I wanted to turn one of these, like page 1, into a divider. I could insert a single subject folder behind this page and like label this page, you know, reading folder or home management folder or whatever you wanted to do. You could totally do that if you want to. It works very much so the same way. I just know for me personally, I will probably never find it. So I just like putting things behind my dividers, but it's your planner. You got to do what works best for you. So there's that. But I can, while I'm here, I can put my monthly tracker in, because I definitely for February, January, admittedly, I read 0 books, but in February, I would like to try to read a little bit more. So, I've just been quite busy with, you know, new products and stuff like that. And like I said, I've been playing Animal Crossing at night, which I know is like not the best thing, but you know, I think I'm gonna do, since it's February, I'm gonna do this pink here, and I'm gonna go ahead in with my highlighter and just highlight February, and that looks kind of crooked. That definitely turned out a little bit crooked, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to redo that. You always want to have images turned off, by the way, when using the lasso with your insert, and then just kind of get used to using your photo tool to pull in your covers and stuff like that. Like I can pull this cover in, and I could fill up that spot for favorite book and everything. Now if I use the lasso and say I have images on, it is going to pick up the insert as well, because that's also a PNG image. So you want to just get used to using your photo tool, because I can tap on it and then move it around that way. Just tap and move it around. You can also copy and paste and cut and paste and all that using the photo tool too. But yeah, so that'll be fun. I can keep track of all my monthly reading stats that way. I think that'll be a really fun one to have behind a in one of my monthly sections and stuff. So anyways guys, that is pretty much it for this little setup video. I hope you found it to be helpful, just to kind of give you some ideas of how you could set yours up and what your different options are. Again, you could totally use that as a standalone as well if you didn't want to put it in your hub at all. You have that option. You can just import the folder by itself into GoodNotes or Notability or NoteShelf, whatever you're using, and then just use it that way. Or you can put it behind a divider. You can, like I said, put it in your 1 month planner if you would like to. I think a couple people actually have done that. So you just have to do what works best for you, but hopefully this kind of helps you like I said, get some ideas, know what your options are. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to catch all of my future videos. By the way, the single subject folders come in gold and gray and rose right now. There's 3 color options. There's going to be single subject folders that match the monochromatic kit. So every single month we release a monochromatic kit in a different colorway. And so this upcoming Friday is April new releases, so you guys will be able to see which color we selected for the monochromatic kit, as well as see the matching single subject folders at that time in that colorway. So stay tuned for that. That'll be super exciting. I think a lot of you are going to be very, very happy with the color that we picked. So yeah, that is coming up this Friday. So new releases video will be up Friday. Digital Plan with Me will be up Saturday. That's what you can expect for the rest of the week. If you have any questions, comments at all, let me know in the comments down below. If you need help, reach out to me on Etsy. I'm always happy to help. And please join our Facebook community if you haven't already done so. There's so much inspiration there, so much support there as well. So definitely check that out. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed it. I will chat with you all later. Bye.